Show you right now exactly what you got to do. You want to remember this. You want to do 2/3 of your fat to whatever your dry ingredients are. All you need is flour, salt, sugar, water, cold water preferably if you got it. This is what I use myself. What I've come down to, I use lard, whatever I got, but today we're using shortening. You can use palm oil, you can use whatever you want. If you're vegan, there's all sorts of wild stuff. But this here, Crisco, works pretty good. So we're going to start off with about 1.5 cups of flour.
I'm going to eyeball it. I don't even actually need this anymore. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Right. Yeah. So make sure you got flour around you. About 1.5 cups of flour. All right. Next thing we do, you want more salt than sugar. So I would go 2 to 1. So if I do like 2 teaspoons of salt, I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of sugar, right? That's about a tablespoon of salt. Get yourself like about a tablespoon, like 1/2 tablespoon of sugar, right? That's about it. Your palms are pretty good measuring tool, especially if you take, like if I take a tablespoon and I have it in my hand when I have it in there and I put it in a tablespoon, it's almost always exactly the same. You can eyeball it, like you get used to it. The more times you do the crust, the better it's going to get. The more easy it is, the more less you have to think about it, right? So you got that, you got your salt, your flour, and your sugar all mixed up. So mix up the dry ingredients in there. All right. What you want to remember when you're messing with crust also is that you want to have flour on hand so you can use it as a tool. You're going to have your surface area dusted with flour so nothing's sticking, you know. There's nothing more of a pain in the butt than if you got your if your crust sticking to your rolling pin, sticking to the surface that you're doing your pie crust on. It sucks. So you want to make sure that you don't lean on it. When I say lean on it, like don't be scared to use the flour. You know what I mean? Get in there and throw it down. All right. So flour. So we got 1.5 cups, about 1.5 cups, 2 cups of flour in here. We're gonna go roughly a cup, 1.25 cups of shortening. Okay.
It's practically frozen.
You can use butter. You can use whatever you want.
Sorry.
It's all right. You can have questions, critiques, whatever after we're done showing you my demo. All right.
Yeah. I just learned from a very young age from my grandmother to always use butter. So
Yeah.
it's a habit.
I understand.
Sorry.
No,
What about
don't be
lard?
sorry.
Do you use
Your grandma's wrong.
Excuse me, look at me.
Yeah, I love all the old grandma stories. Those always make me happy. I have one of them too, man. Like my grandma did. She taught me how to make custard, basically. That was it.
Yep.
And I was like a little kid. I would sit there and I would sneak out of bed. Like I have dreams of it, like custard fairies. Like woo, they're all big too. They're all big old, big giant wings on because you had to carry big old fairies, right? So I would get out of bed in the middle of the night and go to the refrigerator and just tear it up, thinking, yeah, get my tablespoon out. Just tell me it's a little bit. And the next morning, half that tray would be tore down. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so basically, next thing is once you're breaking the fat into your flour, you want the consistency to look sort of like BBs. That sort of thing. That's like kind of a good way to describe it. Real small. You'll know that they're kind of they shouldn't all be exactly the same size. But if you look at this, see how the fat's broken up in there? You can pass it around if you want. See how the fat's broken up in there?
Yep.
Take a look at that.
Yes. Do you ever use lard?
Yeah, I use lard all the time.
Oh.
Lard is killer. If you use it, see, here's the thing. I used to start off with lard. Lard was the first thing I used, and as it went, you can eat more pie if you don't use lard. Lard is killer. It looks so awesome. It makes the crust super fat, beautiful, and flaky. It's incredible, but it's also heavier. And a lot of times, people always got you have way less issues with people that don't want lard than you people. If you have a shortening, you get less questions. You know what I mean? Some folks just don't want lard. I have doctors who will bring me in articles from like the New England Journal of Medicine. The benefits of shortening versus the benefits of lard. They're both equally bad for you. I mean, there's nothing going to be great for you. Palm oil, like vegans love that stuff. It tastes killer. It's real close to like what lard's like. but it's worse for you than lard.
Right.
But that stuff's really good. Like if you got a vegan option for like instead of like Crisco or something, palm oil is jam. It's so good. Anyways, that's how you kind of get it before. That's when you know that you're ready to roll. And that's what we did. We just did 3 things, right? Salt, sugar, flour, and the fat. That's it. Now all we're gonna do is use water. So with your
Can you use
crust,
coconut oil, you said?
What's that?
Coconut oil? Can you use coconut?
Oh, coconut oil, awesome, also really good. And any kind, you know, what's funny is like you can buy coconut oil in the pharmacy, in the like the department where they sell you, you know, the stuff to make your skin better.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Same exact stuff. I use it on the fly, man. If somebody's coming over, you know, if you get friends over at your house and you're hanging out and you want to be real cool, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. You want to be a cool person, if you got anything, you can make anything into pie, pretty much. Anything that's in your refrigerator. So if you have everybody coming over after a party or after a show or after a picnic or after a swim meet or something, and you get everybody over to your crib, and you just sit there and hang out drinking and talking smack, and then you reach in the refrigerator and you grab a few things, and you grab some oil, not like hand lotion, but oil or coconut oil or, you know, whatever's in there, like vegetable shortening, whatever you got, just make a pie. Seriously. With everybody sitting there. By the time in an hour or an hour and 10 minutes, you're going to have something real cool. You know what I mean? Like something really interesting. You taste it as you go. You got to do with your friends. And plus, how many times do you hang out with people and you're like very uncomfortable talking to them? Guess what? When you're baking or you're making something, you're just like, you don't care. You're the coolest person in the room. I swear to you, no doubt. People start talking about like your grandma. My grandma used to do that, or we used to get together and have, you know, do stuff like fun things like this all the time. Anything goes in a pie. Anything at all can go into a pie. Pie is pretty much life. You ever heard of that? Everything can be broken down into pie. You ever heard of the pie myth? It's not a myth. It's the truth, all right? Okay, next thing. Don't add too much water. I would tell you put like 3/4 of a cup or half a cup of water in here. You never know what you're going to get. It also depends on the humidity, what you got going on. Like right now, this pie crust is going to be killer because the weather is perfect. So add a little bit. I always say go from the outside in. Just like this in a little circle. Got that. Got your trusty old spatula out. Just kind of work it a little bit. Still, see how it's starting to come together? You don't want it to get like sticky. You want it to be, what I like to say is the consistency of your crust should be like a baby's butt. Like when you give a little smack on the butt and how it just kind of comes back. You know, it's kind of firm and kind of like, you know, that's exactly how this is going to look and feel. Water. What do we got around? What's this here? This here flour is our tool. It's a tool. Not only is it flour, but it's good. It's our helper today. Whoa.
Is it all-purpose flour?
I'm sorry. This is all-purpose. You can use whatever you want. I'm working on some pies now. They're actually fairly healthy. So I've been using whole grain, whole wheat flour. And it tastes good, especially with savory pies. It tastes awesome.
Do you use a different ratio though if you have wheat or?
It's a little bit different. You have to keep your eyes on. You got to keep your eyes on the wetness of it a little bit, like the fat. It doesn't like with all-purpose flour. For some reason, it seems like it. Maybe it helps it out, like been processed a little bit or whatever it is that they do to make it all-purpose flour. It might help it stay together some, but like whole wheat's not that much different. Still use the same measure. Just add less water as you go. Okay?
And you said it's 1 part flour and 3/4 fat. Is that what you said?
You want to? It goes 2, 3. Like say, so if you got 1 part, say you got a pound of flour, just 2/3 fat. Okay. Or less. Don't go over.
Okay.
So because then you'll get similar to what I got going on right now a little bit. A little fatty crust. You still want it to stay together.
That's good.
So just knead a little bit. Don't mess with your pie with your crust too much. All right. You want it to be still kind of loose. See how it's not like a giant ball. It's still kind of got a little bit of elasticity to it. Okay, here we go. So we got it down here. If you're doing like a 9 or 10 inch pie crust, you know you want to get one that's between like a like it's right between like a baseball and a softball size ball of crust. You know what would help? You all hang tight 1 second.
What did you say? I don't know.